Yes, we can see and hear you.
Okay, great. Ladies and gentlemen, right now there are only 4 students. I guess we should wait a little bit until someone else joins. And okay, one more piece of information is that today we will finish pretty early, I guess not later than 11 o'clock, because I have some other assignments. Okay?
Okay.
hmm So let's wait a little bit. Mhm. Start. So I will share my screen, and after that we will begin. Mhm. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see my screen?
Yes, we do.
Okay, great. Great. Okay, so let's start. Okay, guys, today we'll discuss a very important topic. Okay, obviously, as you understand, all topics of our course are very, very, very important. But well, today we'll discuss the problem of brands. Actually, what we should understand. Everybody knows. Okay, guys, yeah, I guess you can read the slide yourself, but still I can read it too. Everybody knows that the brand is a key factor of success of the contemporary market. Okay, brands are very important. We prefer a branded products to unbranded ones, etc. But well, what is a brand actually? Do you know what is it? How we can define a brand? Any ideas, guys?
Brand is a passport of the company or a certain product.
Passport. Well, how can I explain it?
Brand, it is its official document or it's a picture which represents the company and its product for consumer in the market.
Okay, a document, a document. Okay, probably you mean a brand book, so a specific paper which describes all aspects of corporate brand. But well, it is not a book actually. A brand is different from a book, as I understand it. So, when you say picture, it is more about logos, not about brands themselves. Guys, do you have some other ideas? Okay, what is a brand?
Can
How
we
we
uh, can we define a brand as an image of the company?
image of a company? Well, it is a very broad definition because, okay, image can be positive, negative, but it is not always about brands actually. Brands is related to image. Brand is necessary to create a good image. The brand can be destroyed if a company has a bad image, but still, a brand is a more specific thing.
Maybe it's the first picture we see in our head when we think of a certain company.
Okay, it may be our mental perception of a company. It is a good idea. Okay, no, not specifically a company. It may be an image of a product, etc. But still, in this case, I would agree. I would agree. It is our mental perception. What else, guys? Do you have some other ideas?
A brand is a name, design, symbol, or any other feature that identifies one sellers of good from other. Um,
Okay. Okay,
yes,
I see. So it is a specific sign which helps us to differentiate one company from another, right? Do you mean it?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what I would like to highlight, I thank you very much for your participation because you provided two different approaches to the definition of brands. And actually, both definitions have their grounds. Let's go further. Actually, there is a technical definition of brands, and there is a more marketing-oriented definition. So I would start with a technical definition, which was provided by Asylbek, if I'm not mistaken. So in this case, we have a name, a term, a design, a symbol, or more generally, any other feature that identifies one seller's good or service. And basically, it can identify the seller itself. This name, this design, etc., are necessary to differentiate between different sellers or between different goods and services. So it is a formal feature technically, which creates a distinction between different companies, between different products and services. The legal term for brand in this understanding of this term is trademark. So a trademark is a specific legal thing which helps us to differentiate between different companies. Okay, for example, in case of Danone, guys, I guess all of you know this brand, this trade name actually. Danone, what we have? We have a specific name, Danone. We have a specific corporate style. We have a lot of other features which helps us to create a clear perception of this brand. Obviously, brands may be used to identify different items, goods, a family of goods, or all items of that seller. Well, it is a technical definition of brands. And there is also a more marketing-oriented, more psychological, I would say, definition of brands, which is very close to the definition proposed by Nikolai. Well, in this case, we have a promise to customers of what they can expect from products. And this promise can include both emotional and functional benefits. So, in case of Lamborghini, for example, what are emotional features? How do you think? Lamborghini cars,
Like luxurious, beautiful,
luxury,
fast.
prestige, beauty, stylish, etc. Absolutely correct. It also describes your belonging to a high society, obviously, because if you own a Lamborghini, okay, you should be a pretty rich guy. Functional benefits. What are functional benefits of these cars?
The speed.
Their speed, absolutely, their beauty, etc. So, in case of Lamborghini, we have a lot of benefits that are associated with this brand. So we have a technical definition and we have a marketing-oriented definition. Guys, as usual, which definition is correct? How do you think?
Maybe both of them, but in different uh, approaches.
Okay, let's see. Let's see.
I think the second one is more about the consumer perception.
Uh-huh.
So, the first one, it's more suitable for the definition of brand.
Okay, actually, ladies and gentlemen, for us as people who are interested in getting money from our brands, the more important definition is the second one. Actually, both definitions are correct, but now we believe it is usual to believe, I would say, that the trade name is a basis for a brand. So trade name creates a distinction, a formal distinction. It helps to identify our company, our products, etc. And this trade name serves as a basis for the brand. Brands are actually promises which are associated with these distinct trade names. Guys, do you understand it?
Yes.
Okay, technically, what we should understand, if we don't have a trade name, okay, in this case, we may have no brand because we cannot identify our product. Our product may be good, but okay, nobody knows how to find it on the market, how to select it. So if there is no identification for our products, we cannot build up our brand. But if we have just a distinction, if we have a name, if we have a corporate style, etc. But if we fail to build up, if we fail, how should I say, if we fail to promise something to our customers, something good, obviously. Okay, in this case, we just have a trade name, but we have no brand. We are distinct from other suppliers of similar products, but this distinction is only technical. It is a different name for our product, but we don't create any specific value for our potential customers. Guys, do you understand it? Is it clear?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you should bear it in mind that there is a trade name and there is a brand. Actually, a trade name is very important because it is a basis for your brand. But trade names should not be confused with brands. They are only parts of brands. Okay, what are advantages of brands for customers and for companies? For customers, brands are an important tool of trust building because, okay, if you know a brand, you can believe it, you can trust it. If you are satisfied by your previous experience of cooperation with this company, if you are satisfied by your previous experience of consuming this product, okay, in this case, you will trust this company and these products, and most probably will select this company and this product if you have further needs. Because okay, you understand that this company keeps up to its promises. And obviously, it helps you to simplify your choice. Because, as you understand, guys, right now on the market, there is a lot of similar products. Okay, not absolutely similar, but products that satisfy the same need by the same tools. Sometimes it is pretty difficult to select a good product. Because okay, you don't know in advance the characteristics of this product. If you believe in brand, okay, in this case, you will most probably select a new product of the same brand if you have a need. Because you trust this brand, and this trust is a good information source for you. What is the value of brands for companies? Uh, First and foremost, it's brand loyalty. Ladies and gentlemen, if customers trust your brands, okay, they are loyal to them. They prefer these brands to other brands. But obviously, in addition to loyalty, okay, brands are a source of financial value for companies. Because if people prefer brands, okay, in this case, they will buy these brands. And these purchases will generate an additional cash flow for companies. Guys, I understand. Is it clear, ladies and gentlemen?
Uh, so, brand is beneficial for both customers and companies. All right.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. But benefits are different, obviously. In case of customers, it is a source of information. It is a source of expectation. Sorry. In case of companies, it is a source of loyalty. It is a source of additional cash flows. Brands create trust for customers, and this trust is a source of loyalty for companies. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So let's continue. Let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Well, now, as you know, most companies, okay, not all, but big companies normally do. In case of big companies, there is no unique brands in most cases. Companies use different brands for different purposes. And there is a hierarchy of brands. Hierarchy of brands. This hierarchy of brands is used to create a brand architecture, and when we use different brands for the same company, we have to ensure an effective interaction of these brands, and we have to avoid cannibalization. All these tasks are related to our brand portfolio management. Ladies and gentlemen, please just remember these terms. I will explain all of them on the next slides. Okay, first of all, hierarchy of brands. There are three levels of brands actually: parent brands, corporate brands, or umbrella brands. These brands cover the whole company or a whole family of products. Endorsed brands. These brands are normally specific brands for different products or family of products, which are supported by parent brands. And okay, there are individual brands which are created for specific products. Let's go further. Let's explain. Corporate brands are normally related to the company as a whole. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have any ideas of such brands? Corporate brands related to the company as a whole. Guys?
For example, it is a brand like Procter and Gamble or Unilever, yes.
Okay, technically yes, but we should understand that okay, in most cases, these companies do not specifically promote these brands. Procter and Gamble mostly promotes its specific products, but still, there is indeed a corporate brand of Procter and Gamble. Absolutely correct. In case of Unilever, if I'm not mistaken, they do not promote this Unilever brand. They promote specific brands of different products. Well, but indeed, all these brands, all these names actually are related to companies as a whole. More specific cases, guys. Okay, let's look to other features of corporate brands. These brands are normally used across all corporate activities. And usually the company is identified with this brand. So we may not know the legal name of this company, we associate it with this brand. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for example, do you know the brand Sber here in Russia?
Yes, of course.
Sber, obviously. So the company, and now we wouldn't, or now we would even say the whole ecosystem is associated with this brand, Sber. So it is a very, very big brand which covers all activities of this company and even this ecosystem. It is used across all corporate activities. So all products of Sberbank bear this brand. And it is related to the company as a whole. And now I would again repeat it. This brand is related to the whole to the whole ecosystem. Guys, is it clear? Do you understand it,
Yes, it
ladies and
is.
gentlemen? Okay, great. Okay,
So,
so
can we
mhm,
also say that some brands like, I know, like Apple, they are corporate brands too? No.
absolutely correct. Apple, Megaphone, MTS, all of these brands are corporate ones.
Okay.
Okay, because they cover the whole company, and now, ladies and gentlemen, again, the whole ecosystem. Because as you know, now companies are shifting from corporate activities to ecosystem-driven ones. And well, we normally associate this company and its ecosystem with this brand. Do you know the legal name of Sberbank, for example? I guess you don't. But you use the trade name of Sber to describe all activities within this ecosystem. Okay, let's go. Umbrella brands used for a group or related products. In this case, we use a specific brand to describe a family of related products. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have any examples of such umbrella brands?
No.
No, some ideas, guys. Umbrella brands are actually located somewhere in between corporate brands and individual brands. So umbrella brands. Okay, if you prefer, do you know Mars brand?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Mars. Okay. What is okay? What products are marketed under this brand?
Oh, there are a lot of them, and this
For
is a
example,
sneakers.
not
Sneakers.
exactly. No, 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 no. Please be specific. In case of sneakers, we have a specific brand, sneakers. What products are marketed under the precise brand of Mars?
Chocolate market.
Chocolate bars, absolutely correct. What else? There are chocolate bars under the
Candies.
name.
Food for dogs and cats too.
Not exactly, because Mars produces this food, but it is not marketed under the name of Mars.
Uh,
Mars, guys, what are okay for okay? If you have some problems, let's shift to another brand of chocolate bars, Bounty. I guess all of you know this brand, Bounty. Okay, there are chocolate bars under the name Bounty, but what products are marketed under the Bounty brand in addition? In addition to these chocolate bars.
Are we talking about some different kinds of sweets, like candies or?
Not exactly, ladies and gentlemen. I understand that now you prefer beer, not chocolate, but still, I would specify a little bit. Well, in case of Bounty, there are, as you probably know, chocolate bars with cocoa, and there are also what? There are ice creams under the brand name Bounty. In case of Mars, the situation is absolutely similar. Mars sells not only chocolate bars, but also ice creams and chocolate drinks. All this company, all these brands are used to cover a family of products. In case of Mars, we can mention chocolate bars, ice creams, and chocolate drinks. And in case of Bounty, we also have, if I'm not mistaken, chocolate bars, ice creams. And by the way, there are also sweet
drinks.
drinks, bounties under the name Bounty. Guys, don't understand it. Is it clear?
Yes, now
So,
it's here.
so they don't just produce one type of product like chocolate mm, candies,
Absolutely.
but Mhm.
Okay, they produce okay related products. Okay, it is difficult to explain in this case because, as I understand, drinks and chocolate bars are not pretty similar, but still all of them are, so to say, sweet products. Sweet products are the which are tasty and which can be described as related ones. So in this case, we can say that Mars company produces and sells similar, okay, related products, not similar but related, under the same brand name. And this brand name can be described as an umbrella brand. Do you understand? Is it clear?
Yes, now umbrella brands are more um, clarified, let's say so.
Okay, so
Excuse me.
uh-huh.
Can you say that Procter and Gamble is an umbrella brand?
Well, I've okay. Actually, I would say that it is a different kind of things. Procter and Gamble actually is more similar to a corporate brand because in case of Procter and Gamble, we have a lot of different products which cannot be easily combined into the same umbrella, so to say. Uh, in my opinion, our Russian colleagues would understand me. Umbrella brands are more similar to Ginza Group, if you know this restaurant group. Do you understand it, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I know this group.
So Procter and Gamble, it is more similar to a corporate brand. Ladies and gentlemen, what we should understand, in many cases, it is pretty difficult to make a clear
Yes.
distinction between different levels of hierarchy of brands. There are individual brands, there are umbrella brands, there are corporate brands, but it may well be that a company just sells one product. And okay, in this case, there is no distinction between individual brand and corporate brand. So umbrella brands, it is a very interesting case because it is located between corporate brands and okay, between corporate brands and individual brands. And when this umbrella is large enough, it may be very similar to corporate brands. But in this case, there is no need for us to create a specific umbrella brand, as we understand it. In case of Procter and Gamble, what I would say, there is a corporate brand, Procter and Gamble. I don't know actually the precise product range of Procter and Gamble, but I believe that there are umbrella brands for related families of products. I have to check it. But in case of Procter and Gamble, in my opinion, it is not an umbrella brand. Okay, guys, do you understand me?
Yes.
Guys,
No. Now I'm a bit confused.
could you please explain why you are confused?
Because the we have a Bounty and Mars like umbrella brand, and Procter and Gamble. It looks like as a similar one, but
Not exactly, not exactly. Because in case of Mars, what do we have? In case of Mars, there is Mars Company, which sells a lot of different products. And there are different umbrella brands. For example, okay, in case of Snickers, it is also true. There are Snickers ice creams. There are Snickers sweet drinks. There are different families of products which are commercialized under different umbrella brands. Okay, in case of Mars, they do not specifically promote their brand. Their brand can be described as a corporate one. If you're confused by the similarity between the umbrella brand for Mars products and the corporate name of Mars, okay, in this case, let's switch to Snickers. Snickers would be an umbrella brand. Do you understand?
okay.
Is it clear, Asselbeck? Do you really understand me?
Yes, yes, but I will read some more articles after the
Uh,
lecture.
what's the problem?
Uh, because the the all in all, the umbrella brand. This is a brand this is a brand of the company which produce a lot of different kind of products under the one brand name. Yes. Uh,
Not exactly. Not exactly. What do you know about Mars Company?
I know that this company. Actually, I am working on the case about the Mars company. So they are producing a wide range of products, and from sweets to the cat and dog foods, and they have
They indeed
M&Ms,
produce. They indeed produce
Beatles.
a lot of products. They produce pet food. They produce sweets, etc. But for example, pet food is sold under Mars brand.
Yes,
Not exactly. There is a specific brand for pet food.
but but on the package they have a brand of Mars too.
Okay, they have a brand of Mars too, and in this case, it is a corporate brand. Okay,
Oh, I see. Okay, thanks. Great, I got it.
and there is a specific brand for pet food, and in this case, it is an umbrella brand. Do you understand it?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. In case of Procter and Gamble, the situation is absolutely similar. Asylbek, what was the problem? You confused okay, you are confused because the similarity of the how should I say, because the core product of Mars company is chocolate bar, and the similarity of
Mm,
this product name and the brand name of the company. So forget about it. In case of Mars, the situation is complicated. Okay, sorry, because in case of Mars company, an umbrella brand of Mars products is very similar to the corporate brand of this company. Okay,
okay.
you've got it.
Yes, thanks.
Okay, so let's go further, guys. So let's continue. What about endorsed brands? Okay, in this case, we have a combination of a parent brand. In most cases, it is a family brand or umbrella brand, or it is a corporate brand, and an individual brand. Why this combination is used? The parent brand supports, or so to say, endorses the individual brand. So in case of Mars, which we have just discussed, there is a corporate brand of Mars and a specific brand of, for example, of pet food. So the corporate name of Mars supports, endorses this individual brand. Guys, do you understand? Is it clear?
Yes. No, it's clear.
Okay, for other people.
So it's like some mm, daughter company of a big company which sells
Daughter
some
company
specific.
or daughter product. For example, what do we have in case of Microsoft? As you know, there is a huge Microsoft company which has its very strong brand, Microsoft. But Microsoft also also creates actually a Windows operation system, right? Guys, do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so do we always say Windows? Okay, we do absolutely. But okay, in case of marketing policy of Microsoft, it is called Microsoft Windows. So Microsoft, the corporate brand, supports, endorses the individual brand, Windows. Guys, do you understand? Is it clear?
So is the brand Windows a daughter company of Microsoft?
No, you should understand that we can endorse a brand of our daughter company, absolutely correct. But we also can endorse a brand of our individual product, which is not commercial, which is not sold by our daughter company, which is sold by ourselves. In case of Microsoft Windows, it is exactly the latter case. There is no daughter company for Windows. Windows is sold by Microsoft, but as I have already said, there is a corporate brand name Microsoft, and there is a specific brand for this individual product, Windows. So it is sold as a combination of two brands, Microsoft as a corporate brand and Windows as an individual brand. Microsoft endorses the individual brand. Is it clear?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. Well, what can we say about individual brands? They are used to identify a specific product, so they are more about individual products. They bear no mention of the parent company. So in this case, there is a clear separation between the parent company and the individual brand. And the company is known to its stakeholders by its corporate name. So the company does not invest too much into development of its corporate brand. The company instead develops specific brands for specific products. Guys, do you understand it? Is it clear?
Yes, it is, but I can't think of an example.
Okay, Unilever may be an example actually. Unilever creates a lot of products, and Unilever doesn't use its corporate name to promote specific brands. Okay, on each product there is a mention of Unilever as a producer of this product, obviously, but specific products of Unilever are sold under their specific brands. Okay.
Okay.
It is a very surprising case actually, but okay, Unilever prefers to follow this policy. Okay, guys, let's continue. Let's continue. What is a brand architecture? It is a brand hierarchy used by a company. So we see that there is a lot of different types of brands, and these brands form a hierarchy, a general hierarchy. But obviously, each company has to select a specific hierarchy which suits its needs. And a brand hierarchy used by a company is called brand architecture. Okay, let's see. Brand architecture may be hard or soft. What does it mean? There may be a transparent distinction between different levels of brands, or this distinction may be somewhat blurred. We will discuss it a little bit later. But again, there are parent brands, there are endorsed brands, and there are individual brands. In this case, we have a very precise, hard architecture. There is a corporate brand, which is normally used as a parent brand. There may be umbrella brands somewhere between parent and endorsed brands. Endorsed brands, what are they? They represent a combination of individual brand and corporate or umbrella brands. And okay, at the lower level, we have individual brands for products which are not endorsed by the corporate brand. Okay, this architecture is very strict, is very rigid, is very hard, so to say. In case of soft architecture, this distinction is not always used. Some levels may be absent, and a company may follow a very flexible policy of brand hierarchy. Let's go. Here we are, brand architecture. Here we have three types of brand architecture actually. Okay, there is a general brand. There is a general brand, a corporate brand actually, which is used for all types of companies' activities. So there is a single brand across organization. IBM probably have heard about this brand. Mayo Clinic. Do you know this brand, guys?
Not really.
Okay, hopefully you will not know this brand for a pretty long period of time. Mayo Clinic, it is a very popular clinic indeed, a hospital, so to say, a medical service organization in the United States, which is very famous for its customer-oriented approach. Well, Mayo Clinic, Harvard University brand. Okay, as you understand, all Harvard University activities are grouped under the Harvard University brand. Greenpeace, I guess you know this brand too. And Goldman Sachs. Do you know this company, guys?
No.
Really, you don't? Okay, it is a financial giant. It is a giant financial company, which plays a huge role on the global financial market. It is obviously an American company, so probably you should read, as Astelbeck said, some articles about this company. Well, Mayo Clinic is less important on the international level, while Goldman Sachs indeed is one of the global players. What do we have next? There are endorsed brands. Endorsed brands. Okay, it is a very, how should I say? specific situation, because in this case we have a corporate name and there are specific brands for specific products, and their corporate name, the corporate brand and the specific brands are combined to form endorsed brands. Ralph Lauren, guys, probably know this producer of of fashion clothes. They have Polo brand. Next, we have Microsoft. I have already mentioned this example. Microsoft is the corporate brand, organization brand, as we see on the slide. And there is Windows. Windows it is a specific brand for a specific product. So we have Microsoft Windows. Next, Sony Playstation. PlayStation is obviously a brand. It is a very popular name for very popular game boxes. And okay, Sony PlayStation is an endorsed brand. Sony endorses the brand of PlayStation. Now, McDonald's, I guess at least this company, you know it.
Yes, of course.
Hopefully you do. Okay, McDonald's, Big Mac. McDonald's is the organization brand, the corporate brand, and Big Mac is okay. It is probably the most known product of this fast food chain. Big Mac is also a brand of a specific product. And okay, there is an endorsed brand, McDonald's Big Mac.
May
Obviously,
I ask, please?
sorry?
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
So, there is a Volkswagen Group company, yes,
Uh-huh.
and there are some companies like BMW, Porsche, Mercedes Benz, and how can we interpret these things from brand point of view?
Okay, look, in this case, we have a very interesting situation, guys. Do not confuse brand names and corporate names. In case of Volkswagen, what do we have? We have Volkswagen Group, which owns a lot of different brands worldwide. They also own Skoda, if I'm not mistaken, and some other companies. All right, guys, do you understand it?
Yes, yes, Skoda,
Yeah.
Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, Porsche.
A lot of brands actually. Okay, but it is the corporate structure of this company. But well, they sell specific brands. They have individual brands. There is an individual brand for Volkswagen, which is the same as the name of the whole group. But there is also a specific brand for BMW, Skoda, etc. As you know, they do not sell Volkswagen Skoda. There is no combined brand. These brands may even compete on the market. So in this case, there are no endorsed brands. They are independent brands for independent, how should I say, for independent product lines, which are produced by companies which are now parts of the Volkswagen Group. Do you understand it?
Oh, now it's clear. Thanks.
Okay, we should understand again there is a difference between the corporate structure and the brand architecture. Again, here, okay, let's go back to Mars because I really like this example. Thank you very much, Asilbek. We have a corporate name, Mars, but we also have a specific umbrella brand for Mars products, which are very distinct, as you understand, from, for example, food for pets. We should clearly understand that Volkswagen is separated from BMW, for example. So Volkswagen does not endorse the brand of Skoda or the brand of BMW. Is it clear, guys? Do you understand it?
So hmm, it owns them, but don't promote them, something like that, or how?
Why? It does promote them, but independently. They are independent brands. So Volkswagen Group owns a lot of brands, including Volkswagen brand, obviously, and all of these brands are promoted on the market. but they are not promoted as a part of the single brand. They are promoted as independent brands. Do you understand? Is it clear?
Yes, it is. And um, speaking about that structure, so what is the idea of promoting your own brands, mm, and um, not making the one brand out of them? So
Actually, I didn't get your point. Could you please repeat or specify a little bit?
okay, so Volkswagen Group, as I have understood, it owns different brands, but this group doesn't um, doesn't unite its brands into one.
Why?
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 Let me
It's
explain, please.
sorry.
Can I explain him?
Could you please try to do so? I would be very grateful.
Yes. First of all, Volkswagen Group, uh, it doesn't um, manage, or it doesn't control these separated companies. And this is a group. This is a certain team where the companies from Europe, especially from German, they are bring together, like General Motors, for example, or like other companies. They have some coalition where they can bring together and discuss about the production, about the politics, but they are not interconnected in their manufacturing, in their core production. And there is no certain thing that Volkswagen Group, this is a certain company which own BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, etc. This is a name of of this group.
Do you understand, Nikolai?
Yes, and one more
While
time. Huh?
while Mars, this is a brand name which owns the chocolate Mars, which owns the drink Mars, which owns the ice cream Mars. So, but while uh, Volkswagen Group doesn't own BMW, it doesn't own the Mercedes Benz. Do you see the difference?
Yes, I see. Thank you.
Okay. Another thing would be that these companies have a very distinct brands. Okay, Skoda is adapted for one target audience, BMW is adapted for a different target audience, and the same is true, obviously, for Volkswagen itself. If we endorse the specific brand names like BMW or Skoda by the generic brand name of Volkswagen, we will simply confuse the image of this target audience. And okay, instead of adding value to the endorsed brands, we may simply destroy the image of all brands we use. Guys, do you understand? Is it clear?
Yes. One more question. So we have a Mercedes-Benz company, and there is the Brabus company too, which
Mm-hmm.
takes the cars from the Mercedes-Benz and put
Mm-hmm.
the logo
Mm-hmm.
and reproduce or uh, renew this car and sell. So can we somehow interpret this?
Could you please repeat the final part of your sentence? I didn't hear you.
We have a Mercedes-Benz and the Brabus company.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Uh-huh. I didn't. I heard your speech, so to say, but I didn't hear your question.
My question is following: can we somehow interpret the connection of these two brands from brands' point of view?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we can interpret this connection, but in this case, I would say there is a co-branding. There are two independent companies which partner in order to develop a common brand. So there is Mercedes-Benz brand, which is obviously a very strong brand, and there is a Brabus brand, which is also very strong, but on a different market. It is a technological companies. It is technological companies, sorry, which, so to say, tunes, ensure tuning services for Mercedes-Benz. So it is a co-branded activities. It is a co-branded activity of two independent market actors. Okay.
Oh, okay, I see. Thank you.
Okay. So what about House of Brands, the last type? Ladies and gentlemen, here we arrive to Procter and Gamble. I would expect Unilever here, but okay, there is Procter and Gamble. There is
Excuse me.
Pfizer. Yes.
And finally, um, as for Volkswagen Group, so
Mhm.
its brand architecture is the second type, right?
No, it is not about endorsed brands. It is more about actually house of brands, or even about independent brands for different products. Okay,
Mm,
it is not.
okay. And as for endorsed brands, so McDonald's owns Big Mac brand, and maybe some
Obviously,
other brands like I know some specific fries or something like that,
specific
right?
what?
Okay, and for example, Happy Meal.
Oh, absolutely. McDonald's Happy Meal. Yes, indeed, it is
Mhm.
an endorsed brand of McDonald's.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, in case of house of brands, what do we have? We have a central brand of the company, but it is not so visible, so to say, as again in case of Procter and Gamble. We all of us know Pampers, but we don't care too much about Procter and Gamble as its producer. So there are mostly independent brands, which are linked to the corporate brands, but are not supported by it. Pfizer Viagra. I hope you don't know this name. And okay, there is okay a very specific example which is taken from American practice. Let's forget about it; it's not so important. So Unilever could be mentioned here, and we should normally have a type 4, which we discussed with Asselbeck and Nikolai. It would be a collection of independent brands which are not related to the single brand. It would be the example of Volkswagen Group. Guys, do you understand it? Is it clear, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes, it is.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Mars, as you understand from our example, falls within this house of brands. So there is a general brand of Mars, which is indicated on different packages. But okay, for different products, they have different specific brands. Guys, do you understand? Is it clear?
Yes, it is. But could you please one more time clarify what is the main definitional difference between brand portfolio and brand architecture?
Brand portfolio is just a set of brands. The brand architecture describes the organization of brand portfolio. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Here we have a more specific example, a more complicated approach to brand architecture. Okay, Sber, guys, our famous bank in Russia. Here we use two criteria to describe different brands of Sber. Unfortunately, it is in Russian, but I guess most of students today are Russian speaking, so it shouldn't be a big problem for you. Well, guys, okay, what we have in this case? Sorry, what we have in this case? We have two criteria. We have technology, technological brands, and non-technological brands, and we have financial and non-financial brands. So there is a corporate brand, Sber, which ensures the unity of this ecosystem, and there are different brands which fall within this matrix, so to say. There are more technological non-financial brands like Sberfood, for example. There are pretty technological brands like Sber Cloud, which hasn't anything to do with financial services. There are absolutely financial services like Sber Premier, etc. So we have a precise picture of different activities of different sub-brands, or maybe we should say individual brands, for different services and products united within the Sber ecosystem. Guys, do you understand? Is it clear?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. So let's go further. Let's go further. I will check. Sorry, guys, just a moment. Mhm. Okay, let's continue. Okay, brand portfolio. Here we have a definition. It is a combination of brands actually used by a company to ensure its long-term competitiveness on target markets. So we form a brand portfolio. It is just a list of our brands, so to say. But when we organize this portfolio in order to ensure this competitiveness, okay, in this case we form our brand architecture. Guys, is it clear? Do you understand it, ladies and gentlemen?
Uh, uh,
Uh,
s- uh,
Examples,
mhm.
please.
example of what?
Brand portfolio and
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, brand portfolio. Okay, let's imagine. Let's go here. Let's imagine that we list all these brands just like a list, no, not just a structured architecture. In this case, it will be our brand portfolio. Again, our brand portfolio is just a set of brands we have, we can use for our activities. Okay.
okay,
Okay, when we structure this portfolio, we arrive to brand architecture, but our brand portfolio is just a list of our brands. It's just a set of brands we have the right to use. That's all. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there are different brand roles. There are strategic brands, linchpin brands, silver bullet brands, and cash cow brands. Okay, let's discuss them on the next slides. What do we have? Strategic brand, it is a brand that is expected to be a leader in the future. What does it mean? We launch this brand in order to become a market leader in the future. For the time being, it may be a new brand. But well, we believe that there are good prospects of this brand. One of examples of such approach, I would say, okay, I don't have contemporary examples, but a historical example of such a brand would be Tinkoff, let's say 10 years ago, when Oleg Tinkoff launched his online bank. Obviously, it was not a leader at that time, but thanks to a good strategic vision of Oleg Tinkoff, okay, Tinkoff brand was expected to become a strategic brand. Guys, do you understand? Is it clear?
So the main purpose of that company was stated to become a leader.
Absolutely correct. Because okay, our goal of a big player is to be a leader. Ladies and gentlemen, each company should be oriented towards leadership. But this leadership may be different. It may be a global leadership. It may be a leadership on a specific market. But still, we have to be a leader in order to be efficient. If we are not a leader, if we just one among different companies, okay, in this case, our competitive position is pretty weak, and we may lose it if our competitors invest in their development. So, in case of strategic brand, okay, we have to have such a brand in order to ensure our long-term leadership on the market. Okay,
Okay.
okay, great. So let's continue. Linchpin brand. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Linchpin brand. It is a brand that holds the entire company together. It is very similar to corporate brands, actually. We have a brand which creates a general perception of our company or now of our ecosystem. So, Sber, it is a linchpin brand. It holds the entire ecosystem together. The whole ecosystem is united by this brand. Ladies and gentlemen, we should understand that having a linchpin brand is not necessary. Again, let's go back to Unilever company or even to Volkswagen Group. In this case, there is no linchpin brand. Brands are pretty independent. Brands are pretty independent. But in some cases, it will be logical for us to have a linchpin brand to create a general image and general perception of our company or of our ecosystem. So, and when we wish to create a general perception of our company, when we wish to present our company as an entity, so to say, to the market, okay, in this case, we have to create a linchpin brand. This linchpin brand helps to create customers' loyalty towards the whole company, not to specific products of the company, but to the company as a whole, and it helps to control the market because again, when we launch a specific product under an independent brand, okay, in this case, we will be able to control the market share. But when we have a general brand for the whole company, for the whole activities of our company, in this case, we have a linchpin brand, and in this case, we have an opportunity to control the market. Guys, do you understand? Is it clear? Okay, Sberbank again would be okay. Sber would be a good example. It tries to control the whole digital operations on the market, and obviously Sber creates customers loyalty. Is it clear?
So, linchpin brand is somehow connected with a strategic one. So, the
In many
um,
cases, yes, absolutely correct. Ladies and gentlemen, we should not be scared, so to say, to assign different roles to the same brand. Okay, Linchpin brand may well be a strategic brand. Why not? It is absolutely possible. Okay.
okay.
Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue. Let's go further. Mhm. Silver Bullet brand, guys. Okay, as you see, it is very popular description of this brand role. It is a brand that positively influences the image of another brand. Okay, in our case, it may be a brand which endorses other brands of our company. So it may all well be our corporate brand, but still, it is a brand which is used to support other brands. Okay.
So, could you please clarify it on an example? So,
Okay, again, in case of Sber, ladies and gentlemen, what we should understand, actually, the brand Sber performs all these functions. It is indeed a strategic brand. It is a linchpin brand, and it is a silver bullet brand. It supports different individual brands which are grouped under the Sber ecosystem. Because without being endorsed by Sber, many services which are included in this ecosystem would be less popular. Sber endorses these brands and it supports them, and therefore it acts as a silver bullet brand. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Sometimes these roles may be separated. For example, in case of umbrella brands. For example, in case we mentioned earlier, there is an umbrella brand, for example, for bounty products. Okay, actually, I'm not sure, but probably these drinks. Okay, no, it is not a good example. Snickers and Bounty do not have specific brands. Well, I have to think about it. Right now, I have not other examples. Sber is probably the universal example when all brand roles are grouped within one. But still, it is possible when an umbrella brand supports individual brands. It is absolutely possible.
Can we say that Microsoft brand is a silver bullet brand for many others
Indeed,
brand?
indeed, it is a silver bullet brand, and I'm not sure about its strategic role actually right now because it is a little bit outdated. But it is indeed a silver bullet brand. So it is, how should I say? It is indeed a silver bullet brand. There is a specific example, guys, but it is not about our corporate. It is not about our corporate portfolio. It is about brand cooperation. Do you know Teflon brand? Do you know what is it, guys?
Nope.
No, you don't. Okay, it is a chemical product, so to say, which is used to make your kitchenware more practical, so to say, more efficient. Teflon is produced, I'm not sure, by a chemical company from the United States. Actually, I don't remember its name. And okay, there is, as you probably know, a lot of different producers of kitchenware. And well, in most cases, if you go to a supermarket, you will see that. Okay, guys, if you try to buy, how should I say? So from a supplier, I don't know, there is a lot of producers of frying pans. Okay, there will be a brand name of the producer of this frying pan, obviously, but there, or in most cases, will be a mention that in manufacturing of this frying pan, Teflon has been used. So, Teflon brand supports the brand of the producer of frying pans because Teflon, okay, it is a very good chemical product which ensures higher efficiency of pans. But Teflon, it is an independent brand. It is not a part of our brand portfolio. But obviously, it is used to support the efficiency of our own brand. Guys, do you understand? Is it clear?
Yes.
It is a so-called ingredient brand. Ingredient brand. The same is true, for example, the same is true for computers, for laptops. As you know, there are producers of processors like Pentium, for example, Pentium or Athlon. And okay, in addition to the brand of the computer itself, we also have a mention of a processor which is used in this computer. And the brand of this computer may strongly influence the image of the computer itself. Guys, is it clear? Do you understand it?
Uh, uh, So
Mm-hmm.
technically, it's not the brand of the same company, but
As
it
I
is.
already said,
Mhm.
it is not technically this the brand of the same company. Absolutely correct, but it is a brand which can be used to support the strength of our own brand. So again, it cannot be described as a silver bullet brand technically because it is not a part of our brand portfolio. But other brands can be used to support our own brands. And in our examples, like Teflon or processor brands, these brands are called ingredient brands. They are provided by external suppliers, but they support the positive image of our own brand, of the positive image of our own products. Guys, do you understand? Is it clear?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so let's go. Let's go further. Cash Co brand. It is a brand which has a very strong position on the market, and this is why it generates high profits without major investments. So it is a brand which supports itself, so to say. It has a very strong position on the market, and it doesn't require major investments. Okay, I would say that Coca-Cola, for example, is an example of cash cow brand. We should understand that cash cow brand may be declining. It may be steadily replaced by new brands. But thanks to the loyal core customers, it is still able to generate profits. Guys, do you understand? Is it clear?
So it's just a brand that is so famous that it doesn't require any severe advertising, but it just makes profit.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Ladies and gentlemen, you should understand that we invest in brands in order to get profits. And if you manage to build up a strong brand, okay, in this case, we would be able to generate profits from this brand without major investments. It is actually our key goal because having good brands, it is great, but okay, having brands that have a positive image, which have a positive perception in our customers' minds, it is good. But in addition to psychological advantages, we also have to have financial ones. And having cash cow brands, it's obviously important. Actually, I would say that the goal of the strategic brand is to be a cash cow brand in the future, so that it could generate profits for us. Is it clear?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. Let's continue. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have a
Excuse
schematic.
me.
Mhm.
And as for your last idea, so brands can somehow evolve uh, during the lifetime of the company.
Absolutely correct. They have a life cycle. Brands are normally launched. They may become popular. They are stable during given period of time. After that, they decline. Absolutely correct.
Okay.
And in a given period of time, they may even leave the market. When they are replaced by newer and more efficient brands. These newer, more efficient brands can be launched by competitors, or they can be introduced by ourselves. For example, as you probably know, there was, okay, in case of digital products, do you know Explorer browser? Have you heard about it?
Yes,
Yes, yes.
we have.
Okay, it was a part of the Windows system, as you know. It was supplied in combination, as a part of Windows system. And obviously, you laugh because this product was not very popular. It was not very efficient. It was not very, how should I say, very ergonomic. But now, as you probably know, Microsoft decided to replace Explorer, but decided to replace Explorer by a new brand, by a new product under a new brand, Edge. You probably have heard about it. Now it is a part of Windows. Actually, I wouldn't say it is very good, but still, Microsoft decided that supporting Explorer is not worth anymore, and that should be replaced by a new brand. Okay, by a product under a new brand. Okay, guys, do you
Yes.
understand?
Yes.
Other examples, other examples are rebranding, but we will discuss it later on, and I guess we will discuss it during our next lecture in 2 weeks. Okay, guys, here we have a description of roles of different brands within the brand portfolio. Actually, we should understand that brands and markets may form combinations. There are markets with high potential, fastly growing with rich customers, etc. And there are markets with low potential. Unfortunately, there is a lot of such markets. And our brands may be strong and may be weak, unfortunately. So, in case we have a strong brand on a high market, it's great. It's great because we can extract a lot of profits from this market. Our strong brand will attract customers, and thanks to the high market potential, we will have great profits. Okay, that's great. There may be that we have a high market potential, but our brand is not so good, so to say. It is a questionable brand. It is a questionable brand. In this case, we should consider either supporting this brand, developing it into a strong one, or even we should consider replacing it by a new brand which can be strong. Obviously, we shouldn't leave this market because this market has a huge market potential. Okay, we may have a strong brand on a market with low potential. It may be an old market, for example, the market which is declining. But our brand again maybe pretty strong. What should we do in this case? In this case, we should explore the remaining potential of this market, and when there is no more potential, okay, in this case, we should leave this market. What about the brand? Either we should transfer this brand on other markets using it as an umbrella brand, or maybe we can leave this brand. The worst situation when we have weak brand on a market with low potential. In this case, we should divest. Divest, what does it mean? We should stop selling products under this brand on this market because, okay, there will be no positive economic effect in this case. Guys, do you understand? Is it clear?
Yes. It's pretty clear.
Ladies
Uh,
and gentlemen, what I
Excuse
would
me.
like to highlight. You have a question?
Yes. About market potential. So it's more about some current market situation. So it's not about the efficiency of our product, right?
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Our product may be good, but the market is bad. That's all.
Okay, I see.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I would like to highlight. Okay, we will discuss other points later. Other points later. As I have promised today, we will have finished earlier. So, what we should understand when you develop your own business, you should understand that you may design a trade name, but you may not create a brand. Okay. When you try to invite investors for your new business project, okay, you indeed will propose a name for your company, a name for your products, etc. But at this stage, these names are not brands. They have a potential to become brands if you manage to commercialize them, if you manage to create a positive perception of these names on the market. But still, having a trade name doesn't mean that you have a brand. Guys, do you understand? Is it clear?
Yes. So trade name is just a technical feature.
A brand name is a technical feature which, or trade name, I would say, it is a technical feature which helps to identify your company and your products, which helps to make you distinct from other suppliers. But distinct from the technical point of view, you have a different name. A real distinction is created by the brand, by the positive perception of this brand by your customers and by other stakeholders on the market. Is it clear?
So even if there is a, mm, let's call it official distinguishment, uh, there is no guarantee that customers actually distinguish you from other firms.
Okay, how should I say? They will distinguish you because you have a different name, you have a different corporate style, etc. You are distinct, but customers are indifferent. Do you understand it?
Yes.
So you have a distinction, but this distinction is absolutely technical. It is formal distinction, so to say, a different name, a different style, etc. But there are no specific positive connotations which are linked to this brand name. So customers understand that you are different, that you are distinct, but they remain indifferent towards you. In order to attract customers, you should create a positive perception of your company and of your brand. Okay?
Yes, I got it.
Okay, guys, do you have more questions? Okay, in this case, I would stop now. I would stop now. Thank you very much for participation, and I apologize for this early finish, so to say. But I have some other assignments. If I'm not mistaken, we have a free week ahead of us. So enjoy this week. Have a nice vacation, and see you in 2 weeks, guys. See you. Bye bye.
Thank you too for interesting lecture.
Thank
Thank you very much,
you.
guys. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.